Welcome to episode 7 of the Laced Up Show. This is your number one show all about sneakers and sneaker news. I'm your host, Chase, with my co-host today, Landon, and we have a little shorter episode for you guys because it is the Christmas holidays, but let's just get into it. So ESPN is getting into the sneaker scene for the holidays. ESPN has partnered with the Network app to provide a giveaway on the limited run holiday sneakers. This event will take place on December 21st, which is, I guess, tomorrow from this recording, from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So some of the price includes, or some of the giveaways includes the Kobe 6 Grinches, Kobe 8 Stained Glasses, Jordan 4 Fire Reds, and the Jordan 11 Jubilees. So Landon, what are your thoughts on this partnership? And do you think, this is a one-time thing with ESPN, or do you see them moving forward with more sneaker stuff in the future?
I mean, it's a really interesting, I don't want to say collab, but it's kind of somewhere along those lines.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, if they're smart, I guess I don't know why you would do something like this and just be a one and done type thing. I feel like it would probably be something to build off of. So this is going to be just like a giveaway for like the holiday season though. So that's what makes you wonder if it could be more of just a, season specific type thing.
Right.
So they're just, so how are they giving these away then?
So I'm not too sure. It didn't really go too much into how. I think
The
we are.
main thing is the shoes they're giving away.
Yeah. Some Grinches. I think it was 2 Grinches, Kobe 8s. Those are
high commodities
Yeah.
now. Because
Oh,
with
yeah. That's like gold.
Like no shoes coming
Yeah.
out like for Kobe's and stuff like that. The Jordan 4 Fire Red, which seemed like there was like a million pairs whenever they came out. Same thing with the Jubilees. That's like you got like a bunch of those.
Yeah.
So it's definitely interesting. I mean, I'm sure they will do more stuff along these
I hope
lines.
so.
I wonder if it's always going to stay something, because you said this is like a limited holiday sneakers run. I wonder if it's going to stay like, holiday themed,
Right, like pop-up.
Halloween,
Right.
Thanksgiving, like just different stuff like that. But Christmas is really the only one where it feels like it makes a lot of sense to do something like that. Like I don't see them partnering up for some Valentine's type, different anything like that. But I don't know. It's definitely it's interesting. I don't know what it all entails, but I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't. Anyone who can kind of hitch their name to like the sneakers hype may as well do it. It's gonna just give you good publicity.
Yeah, my first reaction for this is these are some big 2 companies, especially, Network has always been in the sneaker scene. They kind of were super hyped, and then they kind of dropped down a little bit. But then also it's, for ESPN and Network, I guess it's like a 2-part giveaway where one of it's partially it's going to be online, and then partially they're doing it in person for an event. But I'm like, hopefully they gave away a little bit more than, those few sneakers.
No,
It's only like 5 pairs.
Oh yeah, I mean they're really nice, but then gosh, you just end up feeling worse. 'Cause
Right?
I wonder what it would be like. I feel like I'll never be that person. I'm always one of those people where it's like, why would you enter into a 50-50 raffle at an event? There's no way you're going to win. But someone wins every time.
Yeah.
Like someone wins every single time, that those really unique, rare, low, odd chances things. I just feel like that's never going to be me. So like whenever it comes to like if pairs were that limited, I mean, even sneakers makes you feel that way, but it's a little different because there's at least, thousands and thousands and thousands of pairs out there.
Right.
Stuff like that. But we're talking about
it's like 5
such
pairs.
select few pairs, or just like even whenever that just happens in general, like for raffles and stuff like that, it makes you just feel amazed when you actually do hit.
Yeah, and it does get you pretty defeated because it takes a lot. It takes a lot to enter in raffles in general.
No, yeah, for sure.
You got to be very persistent. But moving on, Landon, what do we got next?
All right, so for my first article today, we got a DHL employee has been charged with stealing $60,000 in Nike products.
Wow.
A former DHL warehouse employee has been charged with stealing Nike merchandise from the company's processing facility in Memphis, Tennessee. After being questioned by detectives, police say Davis has allegedly confessed to the crimes that he was charged with and of theft of property. Davis was released from jail on Tuesday and is scheduled to appear in court next month. So yeah, he has been charged with stealing around $60,000 worth of Nike products from the delivery company's Fox Meadows warehouse, which isn't very far away from Nike's North American Logistic Campus, which is the primary distribution facility for Nike in the U.S. So I guess the way that he was doing it is he would print additional tracking numbers from various Nike orders, and then he just didn't ship the shoe. He just shipped the shoe to a different address or something like that to get the product. So I guess they've been able to recover about $10,000 worth of products. They haven't figured out how long it's been going on yet or anything like that. But I mean, like you said, he's already confessed to the crimes. He's awaiting been released from jail and everything, and now he's awaiting court. So what do you think about this article?
I mean, dude, it's
60K.
I think it's literally. I mean, it's. We knew it was happening. I mean,
It's
every
happening
time,
everywhere. Every single place,
yeah.
someone's just shoveling.
It
stuff.
almost
It
seems
is.
like, it has to be happening because there's so many times we're on Twitter and they're like, when what was it, the Travis Scott's released, and people said like, hey, FedEx was all over the sneaker Twitter, hated FedEx because there were so many times where FedEx lost his package and they didn't know what happened to it, and then I think Nike literally saw like what was going on with these delivery services and they changed their packaging, so now they don't have
That's
that
what
black
they've been
tape.
trying to, that's
Yeah,
what they've been trying to do. Is trying to make
So-
it more discreet. It's still got Nike stuff on there.
no,
though,
it
so
says
it's
from
like,
Nike,
yeah,
but
yeah.
at least you know that like it could be a more generic shoe. So
What
it's
are they
a higher
supposed to
risk.
do? Like put down from Reebok?
Yeah,
Just be like, oh, no one's gonna open that.
no one's gonna touch it.
No one's gonna open that from
But-
Reebok.
No, I mean, I'm not surprised. I bet you I wouldn't be surprised if there's even more of those happening. It just sucks, man.
But
It
60K, dude.
60,000.
Like that's a lot.
That's
a
like what,
pretty good
5
amount
or
of
6
money.
pairs now
Like I said,
nowadays.
5 or 6 pairs. It just depends with these new retail prices going up. But like, I can't believe like they haven't been able to figure out how long it's going on. He already confessed to the crime, so like
Yeah.
he was doing it and stuff like that. But like, how big was the team? Because that doesn't just happen.
No.
It's not one guy doesn't go down for that. This is
No.
just like a really, really smart or dumb guy, depending on how you look at it, who's able to steal $60,000 worth of products.
Yeah, at least they were able to get 10 grand back, but I mean, still, there's 50 grand out there.
You see, I think that's like, I mean, but if you break it down, like say you bring a bag to work, that's like stealing a Nike jacket maybe once every shift for a year, probably looking at $60,000 worth of money. Like, I mean, just
Yeah,
with how
it builds
expensive
up.
some of
Yeah,
the product can be, because we're so interested in shoes, but it just says any type of merchandise. is
yeah.
what was
I'm
taken. So I
surprised.
don't know
I'm
what-
surprised DHL even had stuff because like usually I'm pretty sure like Nike does. I don't think I've seen anything come from DHL from Nike. So
I'm
like
not sure how it happened, but
international orders or something. But I don't
just
know.
thought it was crazy how he went through all the like the creating false tracking to send it
Yeah.
to separate addresses.
Yeah,
and
he
stuff.
thought he
It's
could
just-
get away with it.
Just how extensive he went into it. I mean,
No, that's crazy.
I saw the story break from the very beginning, and I was like, wow, this is gonna be. But I mean, like you said, like if you ever work in like retail and stuff like that, you see it's happening. Like things are getting stolen by customers and by employees. It's just the
Yeah.
way that it is usually. Maybe
No.
it's like little
Yeah,
ticky-tack.
businesses
the-
always have like
You
a
have to like
yeah, you account for it.
Account for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the margins and stuff like that. But I thought that was a really unique like type of story.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I bet you I wouldn't be surprised if other people
I
start
bet.
getting
I
caught.
wonder if
throughout
this is
the-
making other brands like do a little bit of a deeper dive into. Like,
Oh, I
Hey,
hope.
are we missing money here and there?
I
Where
hope
could
so.
it be? What's it? I mean, because I feel like every once in a while you maybe just kind of let your guard down or just be like, I don't really want to deal with one of those cases again.
Well, you got to
It's
think.
not like we're not making money.
Yeah.
That's a very like rich mindset. Like we're making so much money. I'd rather not know what we're actually losing right now.
Yeah. Well,
due
I
to that
mean,
stuff.
I don't think it's that way. I think it's more like Nike is $1 billion company, and 60 grand to $1 billion. It's like such a drop in the
But if one
puddle.
person can get away with it.
Right.
How many people can
Right.
get away
No,
with it?
they have to definitely. I'm
But it makes-
glad they caught the guy.
But I wonder if something like this is where it's gonna be like, this person got caught, so he's got to do it a little better. All right, so I see what they did. They stole 60K. That's okay.
Oh, I'm sure.
We can build off that. We just got to be smarter about
Yeah.
it. Isn't that like if it just gives people new
Always.
ideas on like?
I mean, as long as we go on Instagram and someone was able to backdoor pairs, like of the patent breads, for instance, I've already seen like some of these sneaker shops already got them in. As long as we keep seeing that, someone's still outsmarted the system. But we'll see. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad he got caught. But moving on, Jimmy Jazz is actually giving away some free sneakers where you don't even have to steal them. So the holidays are upon us, and with holidays comes, gifts and giving. And the sneaker retailer Jimmy Jazz has teamed up with some local community organizations within New York City, and will be giving away some free shoes to those people that are in need. So, Landon, what are your thoughts on like retail partners partnering up and doing such a kind act, especially during the holidays?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the holidays is great because it just brings the best out of everyone. Like everyone's
Yeah.
going on vacation, everyone's in a better mood. You get some time off from work, just different stuff like that. You really see, that there's good people out there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to find through the other 11 months, but the 12th month, it's always it makes itself clear. So, no, this is cool because you'd like to think, like, whenever we get to a point, whenever we're bigger and stuff, we'd like to be able to give stuff back,
Oh,
give
for
away
sure.
stuff for free as much as you possibly can. Because, I mean, this is just one of those things where it's like, you understand that the only way Jimmy Jazz can make money is based off of people buying their stuff. So, sometimes it's nice to get back to the people that buy your stuff. Because, whenever you're in an industry like that, you're selling stuff for like freaking 400% profit. Like, you're making so much money off of some of these items that they're coming in and buying for retail that, it's not a bad thing to just give some of that stuff back. So I think it's a really cool idea. But did it say, like, what the specifics were, like, as far as like shoes, what models they were going to be or anything like that?
No, so it could be
Because
pretty
you can really
generic
wiggle
stuff.
around
Yeah,
that. It could just be like
could be some flip flops
the way I see it is it
in
would
the
be
winter
like,
time.
like just like returns. Like, we're gonna be we're giving away free returns. Like, people
mean,
didn't
that's
like
still
the
fine.
try. Oh, no, for sure. But like we mentioned it like an episode or two ago about how Nike's already been talking about with the selling their, what is it, like defective shoes, or
Yeah,
like
the
worn shoes,
slightly
and
worn.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
That I don't think we've seen really that kick off yet, but whenever that does kick off, that's gonna be crazy. That'd be
Yeah.
a really cool store to go visit.
yeah. I think
Because it'd be so unique.
it's gonna be a logistic nightmare for them because like you gotta think like it's
What constitutes as
whoa.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean you
as-
gotta think like all right, you get a return now instead of just like packaging up and selling them in bulk to like some wholesaler shipping them out of the country to like some third world and they just have to deal with it. Like now you have to go in, inspect it, and go, all right, this is slightly worn. Like you're gonna have someone. I feel like that's what they're giving him hiccups for that. But I mean, yeah, hopefully I see that in the future because I feel like you know, used shoes. Like I mean, once these things sell out, like these hype sneakers. And if people actually do wear them once and return them, like someone's still gonna be willing to buy it. Just even some generic basketball shoes,
100%.
like they don't get worn that crazy unless like it's been a while. But like we've seen like court wear on basketball shoes is really really minor, especially even with outside. Like
Depending
it just
on how much you
depends.
play in 'em,
But yeah, but even then though, like
if you even have some sort of a like basketball rotation, I don't feel like I don't know. It's just the way I do all my shoes. Like, I don't feel like it's smart to wear to wear my shoes like repeatedly. I like to sprinkle them out to extend the life of them and
Right.
stuff like that. I feel like you could take that same mindset to basketball too.
Yeah. So, but yeah, focusing back on this article with Jimmy Jazz, yeah, I think it's a great idea for them. I think it just shows like how involved they are within the community in New York City, and I hopefully see more articles, especially either next year or throughout this holiday season, where other retailers are partnering up with them. But
I'm sure they will.
Landon, moving on, what do we got next?
All right, so this is going to be an article about today. We're checking out the most expensive shoes from 2021. So I'm not going to read an excerpt from the article. There isn't like really a like useful section to pull, but basically this is a list that was compiled from StockX of the highest selling shoes on average that for just from shoes that released this year. So I'm going to give you a second to think back to see if you can rack your brain to remember some of this year's releases. And it's a top 10 list, but I'm just going to try and give you the top 5 to focus on. But do you have any guesses on like certain shoes or models that would be making this top 5 list?
So this is like
that
stale.
had to release in this year, and it's based off of StockX, so it's
Right.
going to be skewed. It's not like it doesn't equal up with eBay,
Right.
doesn't equal up with Go.
Right,
It's
just on
it's just
StockX.
the top 5, the highest shoes that sold.
And it was like a gross sale.
like
right.
the highest average selling shoe.
And I'm just saying the
year.
model and not the
Well,
not the price.
you probably have to say the shoe. You don't have to say what it was going for.
Okay.
So just a few shoes you could think of from this year.
Well, definitely Off-White Jordan 1 high.
No Off-White Jordan 1's highest released this year.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Dang,
So it's
this
got to
year?
be that's the thing. So if you can't think of anything, then
Oreo. I'd say Oreo 4.
Oreo 4.
Alma Maniere. Are we talking? What about Patent Breads? They are releasing this year.
No, it has to have already released already. I'm gonna
Okay.
give you 2 more. Right now you're
Jordan 4. The I forget what I even said for the other one.
the Alma Maniere.
Alma Maniere.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say the Alma Maniere again for the 3.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with the Off-White Jordan 2. That's 4. And then 5 would be, did the Trophy Rooms release this year?
Mm-hmm.
Trophy Rooms.
Okay. You made one on the list.
Let's go.
All right. So
I'll
at
take it.
5, you had the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1
Oh,
fragment
dang.
that was released for $150 but averaged resale of $1,360.
That's right. I
So
forgot.
that's what it was running for on StockX.
Dang,
Then
I
you got
forgot
the
about those.
Supreme Nike Dunk Low Mean Green that retailed for $110, and those were going for $1,421.
Yo, I don't even remember those
The
releasing.
Supreme Dunks, you don't remember? If you saw the picture, you'd remember those. Then at 3, you have the Gucci Balenciaga Triple S, the Hacker Project, that retailed for $1,290 and sold for $1,477.
Yikes.
So that's like a small margin. That's
Yeah.
like super
Wow,
high.
that's high risk.
retail. The resale was like, and whenever it's all said and done after those stock,
It'd be like $20.
you probably walked away with the lunch. But number 2 was the Trophy Room Air
Dang.
Jordan 1 High, which
That's
released for
right.
$190
Man, I
and was
forgot
selling
about
for
Travis Scott.
$31,13. So $3,113 on that one. And then number 1 coming in was a Travis Scott fragment Air Jordan 1 High,
Yeah.
which released for $200
Dang.
and it went for $32,830.
I was just talking about someone about those Travis Scotts.
So-
I completely forgot that they released this year.
Yeah.
I remember those.
Then
Man.
you got the trophy room. I'm surprised you got the
Dang.
trophy room. That was impressive. But if you range it all the way up to 10, at 10 you got the Supreme Dunk Low Black. 9 is the Supreme Dunk Low Hyper Royal.
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah, now you remember
Yeah,
the pack. So
yeah.
The only off-whites that made the list were the off-white dunks, like from the 50 pack. You had like a black and purple and like a white and sale. And then you even had the Supreme Dunk Low Brown make the list too. So I thought it was interesting. The whole Supreme Dunk made the list. Pretty much if you go like from 1 to 10, the whole entire release was on there. The Travis Scott lows and highs both made it. So
Yeah.
that I think if the Travis Scott thing happened earlier on in the year, it might have tanked some of the resale value. At least maybe for the lows. The lows barely cracked the top 5. The
Yeah.
lows were 5th on the list.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it should be interesting to see.
But
Like,
Nike Dunks dominated the list again. What do you think about that? You think it'll be the same next year? I feel like 2021, we really saw the dunk hype just diminish. It was just gone.
the Supreme Dunks are a re-release from like way back.
Right.
So,
Okay, but I'm just saying dunks on the list in general. Like, I feel
like just the
I
model.
feel like maybe a year ago, some of these not Supreme, but some of these dunks that released this year, like just some of the various ones, would have made this list.
I don't know. I'd say I would agree with you that I would disagree that dunk lows. I think dunk lows will always be one of the best models.
Do you think it'll be one of the best models, or you think it'll be at what it's been?
I mean,
It's kind of two different things.
I think right now it's one of the best.
One of the best models, like just in general, or just
for resale.
Yeah, it just depends now. But I mean, you could even agree, but you can agree that just where it was at like a year or two ago was so much different. Because every single one was going for 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Like basic colorways.
Yeah.
Talking like black and white and blue,
Yeah.
black and gray, just whatever. It doesn't matter. We're all going for, $200, $300, $400, and now we're looking at 20, 30 per pair.
Yeah,
40 maybe?
I'm thinking. I think it's more because of, other factors. With the whole pandemic and inflation and stuff like that. That's kind of affecting. There's not a lot of people that have extra money that are willing to pay high prices, and so if they're not willing to pay, then the prices
We
drop.
haven't gotten a stimulus check in a while.
That's what I'm saying. Foot Locker made a bunch of money when that first stimulus hit.
Oh,
It was like it was
so
all in the
many
news.
Dude, that's so crazy.
So many
You know
people
what else?
bought shoes with that
So
stimulus.
many people bought PlayStation. So many people, dude, stimulus checks are the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, it
It's
was
fun money.
It was a crazy
it's
time.
not going towards bills. Like almost, I'd say an average probably 5% of the stimulus check in totality from people probably went to bills. And then the rest is like, all right, look, we covered electric. Let's go get some off-whites.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy.
It was a crazy time. I know. I can't believe that we even got those. But moving on, we actually got a pretty cool article next. We got Young Thug is backs a shoe designer. I'm gonna butcher
His name
this.
is
Giuseppe Zanotti. Latest
Zanotti.
sneaker. So this Grammy Award winning rapper, wow, tongue twister, Young Thug is back in the headlines as he's teamed up with the shoe designer Giuseppe Zanotti to launch the newest designer sneaker collab called Cobras. Wow, holy moly. So these are releasing in 4 different colors and feature a 3D cobra snake that kind of wraps around the midsole and the body of the shoe all the way to the outsole. But if you guys are interested and if you've seen photos of these, don't get too excited because they are a designer shoe, which means they are going to be retailing for $1,190 per pair. So they're actually are available now if you actually go to GiuseppeZanatti.com. So Landon, what are your thoughts on this snake shoe if you've seen it and just the whole designer footwear scene?
I actually just looked at it. It's a pretty sweet
It's
shoe.
sick.
It's a pretty sweet shoe. The whole designer scene in general, I think, is very, very bad. I am not interested in them at all. Like, I don't know if maybe there will be a shift, but all these designer brands don't garner any of my interest at all. Like, I don't know what it is, but this shoe is actually cool. If we're gonna say 1,190 though, better be the most comfortable shoe. The snake better actually crawl around the shoe while I'm wearing it. I want it to be a live snake that will defend me in a fight. I can take them off, throw the shoe, and run. That's what I want to be able to do if this shoe is going to cost $1,200. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool design.
It is really cool.
What do you think about the designer scene? That's more, I mean, I've more been into the athletic side of it. I guess, have you really looked into the designer scene much?
I mean, I've seen like...
You have a more bougie girlfriend.
Yeah, she likes
Just don't argue. Just go.
No,
just go
she likes
You've been
designer
around it
stuff.
a little bit more, so
but
I mean,
not designer. Like, I mean, she's more like I'd say mid-tier designer stuff, like Kate Spade and
well, whenever you see like designer
but
stuff,
this is like high end, like this is like in the Gucci kind of Louis Vuitton realm.
That's what I'm saying. Whenever you see the designer stuff come in, you really see that retail price just spike. Like, this is like kind of an independent designer only, but even whenever you see designer collabs like Dior's Jordans going for 2,000 or 1,500 or whatever, or you got Louis Vuitton off-whites coming up, maybe if those do release, that are supposed to be much higher for retail. So maybe the Gucci, what was it, the Gucci Xbox or PlayStation?
Yeah, Gucci
Xbox.
Crazy.
It was like retailing for like 10,000 or 5,000 or something.
Yeah,
it was like high. I'm trying to remember what it was, but like it was super limited.
I don't know, the designer footwear scene in particular is kind of weird to me. Like,
independently, I agree.
I just don't understand it, and I don't think I ever will. Even if I do, fingers crossed. Like, if I ever get to that point where I just have money like that
to just spend on it.
Like, if I'm gonna buy a shoe, but like I don't know if it's just like personal taste. I personally have never even worn. Like, is there something? If someone is in the designer scene or actually has bought like Gucci shoes or Louis Vuitton shoes, or at least from a men's perspective, like what does it for you that makes you either keep coming back to it? Is it a warranty? Is it customer service?
Because we're in athletic stuff, so like we focus on boost cushioning compared to this, like for comfort,
right.
And then we like focus on like how the shoe looks. Because I mean, personally, I think that designer shoes look really weird. Like
some of them,
say Balenciaga and stuff like
Balenciaga's
that.
out
like,
there.
I mean, I wouldn't wear something like that, but like even just like in general designer shoes, like say you take a basic. I'm trying to think of what a good brand would be, but like a basic designer brand as like a dress shoe compared to like Sperry or compared to like Cole Haan, which isn't Cole Haan's not designer, right?
No,
like that's just
it's
more
like
fashion.
a high.
But like we're talking fashion, so like
yeah.
whenever design and fashion, we'll kind of put the two together. Cole Haan's for fashion. Whatever else is for fashion. Like I'm trying to think of some really top tier fashion brand or whatever, but
like Gucci
wearing their basic pair of Cole Haans compared to a basic pair, but the price difference just doesn't make sense to me.
I think,
like, unless I would only, it sounds weird.
It's got to be quality.
It sounds bad to say, but I would only wear something that nice if I expected someone to ask me what I was wearing. If I was going somewhere.
Oh, yeah,
what shoes
Gucci.
are you wearing?
Right, Gucci.
Gucci,
yeah.
Louis Vuitton, this and that. Otherwise, what's the point? Like, I mean, they might look a little bit different, but I feel like whenever you get to the super high price stuff that kind of just look the same as everything else.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think no doubt that when it comes to the designer brands, they're using the highest quality materials. I bet you some designers are hand making these shoes compared to factories, but I mean, even though like where's the line? Where is the line where you're like, that's a little
It
too
feels
much
like a
for
maturity thing. Like, are we just not old enough to really gravitate towards that yet? Because like I look at it the same way, you used to look at like becoming a grown up. Like, oh, I can't like imagine like paying bills or anything like that. Like, I can't imagine paying for a designer, like little overcoat type
yeah,
something,
I
or
don't
just
know.
like anything along those lines.
I partially I think some of it is because it's so high priced. It is a flex because you can wear it and people know. Like I mean, like for instance, I saw someone walk in or walk by a few days ago, and him and his kids. He rolls up in a Tesla. Him and his kids come out. Both his kids, Gucci shirts, shorts, socks, shoes, Gucci. He's Gucci shirt, Fear of God shorts, Gucci socks, Yeezys,
Dripped.
and oh yeah, I was like,
Dripped.
wow.
Fear
So
of God and Yeezys.
yeah, it looked clean. It was like it was clean, but like, was me giving that wow perspective worth the money? Like, is that what he was asking for, or I don't know, or is you
I
just
don't
got
know.
money
I
to
feel
blow?
like
Like, is it
that
quality? It's hopefully it is quality.
everyone's different.
But-
Everyone's different, but hopefully you're not out there buying stuff just to like flex for random people. Potentially.
Oh, people do
Hopefully
it.
Not.
People
I mean,
do it.
I guess people are gonna.
That's human
do it.
nature. That's like that's like the peacock theory.
Oh,
You
good.
know?
Here we go. We're about to learn a lesson. on
Well, you
this one.
gotta. Well, yeah.
Okay.
The male peacocks, they flash their feathers to attract mates and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
That's all it is.
The peacock theory. You
Yeah.
heard it. You heard it here.
But-
for the, I don't know how many million times.
I
but-
digress. All right,
like
moving on. Landon, what we got next?
All right, so actually this is going to be fun because I know your take on this article a little bit, but Union LA is collabing with Nike on the Cortez model. So continuing to expand their footwear portfolio with Nike, the LA-based boutique Union has multiple colorways of the Cortez planned for the new year. Images of Union's Nike Cortez collaboration have surfaced in a black and an aged colorway with no official release being announced yet. So I actually sent this to you the second I saw the leaked images. So go ahead and just tell me kind of how you feel about this upcoming Union Cortez design with Nike.
Do you really want me to?
I do. Yeah, you got to tell me. 'cause
My
I-
hot take.
What's your hot take? Oh, gosh. That's what you
No,
say.
no.
You say hot take every time before you make a bad take. What's your bad take?
These are. I don't like the. I don't know. I mean, looking at the Cortez
We
model.
were just talking the other day about what can they make a collab on other than the Jordan 1 or the Air Max or the Air Force.
Yeah.
Is this something?
Is Cortez? It's different, but I don't know if Cortez is the next shoe like to be on.
It's been used before. Kendrick Lamar collabed on the Cortez, and I have a pair of them. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I wonder where they're at right now.
They're above retail. They're nice. They're not bad. It's a rapper themed shoe. This is a little different too. Kendrick Lamar's
Oh.
are never gonna sell for Union.
I don't know. I've personally never owned Cortezes, so I
They're
think
pretty comfortable. They're like a slip on, kind of a house shoe.
right,
Like a really comfortable
right.
shoe.
It just seems like our friend Nick wore them all the time. He loved Cortezes, but
It's a nice shoe.
it's okay. I don't know. I think
I think the colorways are super cool. What about that?
The-
you think
the
like
colorways. I don't know. I think I like the red and tan one a little bit more than the black and green,
it's like a
black
that
and
one's like the
teal.
black and teal, and then the other one's like an aged colorway.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just don't like the Cortez model. I don't think there's any significant value behind it. Like there's no history behind the Cortez, and
Well, I think
I
that
don't know.
this could make those like people who can't maybe get the Union 4s and the Union, whatever's to maybe be able to get part of that collab with Union at a more like affordable price. I can't imagine these are going to go for as much compared to like the Jordan 4.
oh, they're gonna go more than. What's the retail on a Cortez? Do you know?
It's
What is
pretty
it, like
low.
120?
It's like 90. It's like a cheap
90?
Yeah,
I bet you these
90
will.
or
I
100
bet you these will run about 120,
like for
110.
retail.
Yeah,
For retail, yeah, retail will be a little higher.
yeah,
But do they even do that for Union?
Yeah.
On the 4s?
Yep.
They did make it higher.
yeah.
You
pretty
remember what it
sure.
went to?
I think
was
I
almost
think
certain that it
fours were retailing for 190 back then. I think they were going for 200 or
No,
210.
Fours have been going for 2. I thought.
Fours have been 2. All right, so whatever. It's usually like 10 or
They
20.
threw an extra couple bucks at it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Undefeated
I think the
does that.
design, yeah, I think the design is pretty sweet.
it's okay. I don't know. I don't see Union collabs. Union hit it off great with the Jordan 1.
Oh yeah.
4s, everyone's like, they're
I thought the 4s were
okay.
pretty cool. I thought the 4s were pretty
They're
cool.
all right. Like I think they've grown on
There was
people.
a bunch of them though. Like there was multiple
Yeah,
colorways of the 4s.
but I don't
Not a
think
bunch of them, but
there was 2. I
multiple.
think.
There was 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
There
they
was
were okay. I think Union now with the Cortez. Like personally, if I was a part of the Union brand, like, is this the right direction to go? Like, why aren't you going more to like the Jordan 1s and the? Is it where's the negotiation with that? Like, are we settling for
Maybe
Cortez?
trying to be different. They're just trying to be different. Put something different out there.
I think,
Like we said,
but I think
it's
it
been
hurts
so
them.
everyone collabs on the same stuff, you know?
Right, but everyone likes it. I don't think a lot of people like Cortez's.
Like every once in a while you see someone coming in and like collab on the Blazer, like the Nike Blazer or like something like that. But I feel like I don't know. Cortez is like a high selling model. Like it is. It's legitimately a high selling model, like probably top 10 for Nike. I would say.
You think?
Yeah, no, I would say. I'm pretty sure I've looked at a list before, and like it's at least kind of near one of the more just known and popular models for Nike.
Here's the side take on it. Do you think Nike is trying to do this to kind of relieve the dunk hype and not because they could have easily done a Union dunk?
They
low.
do have no. That's what I was going. Union dunks are coming.
Lows?
Yeah. So yeah, there's a few colorways of the
Okay.
Union. I don't know how I missed that. I meant to say that. Oh yeah. They've been working on a few dunk colorways and Air Jordan 2 colorways coming next year. So I mean they got a bunch of stuff. I was gonna say like Union's like they've been busy at it. They got these 2 Cortez. They got I think at least 2 dunks. It might be 4. And then they got at least an Air Jordan 2 colorway coming too. So it's like everyone's getting the Air Jordan 2, man. It's so weird. It doesn't matter. You didn't predict
Here
this. I'm not
is
gonna do
my
it.
hot
Stop.
take.
No hot takes. No. Your
Here
hot
it
take.
is.
No.
Put it on the board. Jordan 2s are going to be releasing more and more often. Nike is trying to refresh the model
Stop.
by having all these hype
Tell
people.
them what your
get on
official
these
take is, because that's
collabs.
the bad part of it. The collabs are fine. We agreed that, or what I said is that Air Jordan 2 models are not going to release in just basic colorways.
They will.
Like
They
like
will in
the
2022.
Hyper Royal Air Jordan 2. What is all
They
we
will.
have seen from Air Jordan 2s are collabs.
Yeah,
you
you
got the
gotta
Ama
you
Maniere
gotta
Air
give
Jordan
it
2.
you
the
gotta
Off-White
give it a
Air
little
Jordan
bit.
2.
I bet you
the
there's an
Union
Ama
Air
Maniere Jordan 2
I
coming.
already told you that. I just said that. Yeah, there's an Ama Maniere Air Jordan 2 coming next year. I told you that.
I'm telling you.
I know.
2022,
no.
2023.
I legit,
There's gonna be some Jordan 2s coming out.
Literally, I've been the only one right. So
I'm gonna
far.
buy them for your birthday.
I hope you don't. I think the Jordan 2 looks bad. But no, I'm the one who said they are gonna keep on pumping Air Jordan 2 collabs, and you're like they're gonna start putting out color.
No.
All that has happened is collabs.
No.
All that
This
hasn't
is
happened
how
colorways.
this is how you start hype, right?
I agree with that.
I
but
want
think
someone
they're
from
gonna start
Nike.
it and end it before they even get to where you think they're going.
Doubt it.
Guarantee it.
Doubt it.
I
Why
guess
would you do that?
It doesn't matter because right now I get to be right until I'm wrong. So right now I'm just right.
You know what? They're gonna hit all these smaller brands. Travis Scott's gonna hit a Jordan 2 collab.
Travis Scott might not make his way into the 2022
No,
releases.
he's fine. He's fine.
We'll see. Everything's been postponed. We're supposed to get all kinds of Air Maxes
He's
this
fine.
year. They're gone.
It's fine. I
Pushed back.
think late shipments also affected that too. I mean, they postponed it and then late shipments too. But no, I think
I
think all these
because
are hitting. They're
they were on sneakers. The whole thing went down. They said we're pulling the Air Max 1 release.
delaying,
That's literally what,
postponing,
No.
postponing. Landon.
Yeah, because of it. In
Yeah,
light
yeah.
of recent events,
Right.
we're gonna put
Right.
that wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have been due to late shipments, and it was due to outside reasons that they pulled that release. It wasn't due to late shipments, most likely, because they had it loaded.
No, I'm
ready
talking
to
about the
go.
future ones.
I'm just talking about right now.
Oh,
So since they've done that and we haven't seen anything since, what do you think? They're just letting it cool off?
yeah,
Like maybe just letting it
Yeah.
cool off and they'll come back with it?
yeah. Oh
It
yeah.
could happen because they've already made the pairs.
Shoes already made.
They've already made the pairs most likely.
No,
so.
I mean, I think they're weathering the storm with Travis. I don't. I mean, I've talked about this before. I think he's okay. I mean, it was tragic what happened, but I don't think he was a motivator
Did
of
you
it
see
or
they
anything behind
released
that.
the drug that was? This is kind of a side story now, but they released a drug that was in the people's system that were dying at the concert.
I heard
they
about the
found it.
injection
They
thing.
found it. I
but-
forget what it was called. Something ophelioma or something like that. I don't know.
Oh.
It was something,
This-
but I was like,
I mean, it was tragic what happened
It
at
was
those
really
events,
bad,
but no, you heard it here first. Jordan 2s are going to be coming back, and it's
it's a bad take until it happens.
it's not a bad take.
It's a bad take until it happens.
It's a good take.
So we're just
Nike
gonna sit,
is
you're just gonna
scientifically
sit on that for years. if
no,
nothing
no. I
nothing
said
happens.
2022,
You got 1 year, yeah.
2023.
2023. You're
Yeah.
extending it up to 2 years.
No, not really. I mean, you got to
Yeah,
think.
from 2022 all the way to the end of it.
I put this hot take officially like 6 months ago.
It was not 6 months. It was whenever the off-white Air Jordan 2s were coming out.
Okay,
That's the
so
last
when?
time anyone talked about
All
the
right,
Air
so when
Jordan
was
2.
that? That was
Probably
probably
like 2 months ago.
okay, 2 months. So
Yeah.
you got to think they got to manufacture all the hype ones, and then they got to manufacture the less more
I agree. They probably
GRs.
are kind of teasing this to see how it's going to go, and then they're going to realize, oh yeah, it's just the Air Jordan 2, and people don't like it.
No.
There's a reason it's been extinct for a while.
There's a reason why they're bringing it back. That's why.
I don't know.
Nike's
We're
looking
gonna
at
find
the.
out.
They're
One of
gonna
us
do
is
it.
right. One of us is right. Right.
Put
now
in the
it's me.
comments below who
No,
is
no.
right.
I'm right. You
No, you're
can't be
not.
right.
I don't know. What do you
can't be
mean?
right until the shoes.
Who do you think is right? That's what I wanted them below. Landon or Chase?
You can put who you think is right, but that doesn't mean you can't be right if it hasn't released. That's not the way that it works. All right, just go to your next article. What do we got next?
All right, moving on. Bad Bunny is teasing a next sneaker collab with Adidas. Bad Bunny has really grown in popularity since the pandemic, and he's already come out with 3 different types of sneakers, and the 4th one has been leaked, and it's going to be in a yellow colorway. So the previous collabs of Bad Bunny shoes have sold out, and some are now reselling for around $1,000 per pair. So, Landon, what are your thoughts on Bad Bunny in general, and then also his sneakers with Adidas?
Yeah, so I mean, he's the one that did the Forum collab, right? The
Yeah.
Bad Bunny Forum.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I mean, he's made some pretty cool shoes. I would probably need to see some of the other ones. I'm trying to remember what they.
I think they were all forums.
Huh?
I
They
think they
were
were all forums and then just
Okay.
different colorways.
I think yeah. So I think I know what you're talking about now. So that's the like cafe, like the brown ones and the stuff like
Yeah.
that, right? Yeah. Okay, I mean, he was lucky because I think he was striking the Forum model whenever it was hot.
Yeah.
Like the Forum model had just gotten hot. He made like a black one, like a brown one, and then more forums started to release.
Yeah,
People
Eric
they kept
Daniel.
liking the
Yeah,
design, but
yeah.
like I think he really hit that model whenever they were like super profitable. So I mean, hey, Bad Bunny's an artist, right?
Yeah,
He's
he's
an
like
artist.
I think he's
Like a
more in
Spanish-
the
like Spanish, right?
Hispanic
Hispanic.
rapper.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that
So
scene.
I think I've heard him in a few songs and stuff like that. But I think it's pretty cool. I mean, he definitely knows what he's doing as far as like getting the right model. I think that's almost all of it too. It can come down to because there was just a shoe the other week that we were talking about. Like, what was it, like that coffee collab or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Like, why would you put it on like? Or we've even seen Ninja like. He's collabed
Yeah,
on a few like
Ninja-
random like ZX 3000, 8000 models or something like that.
Well,
Whenever he first came out, it was like, I mean, I feel like with Adidas, you have to be very careful because there's even less shoes to go off of than Nike, because Nike's at least got if you want to talk Nike and you want to marry the two, Nike and Jordan, then you have a whole Jordan shoe line of shoes to go off of.
yeah,
Whenever you come to Adidas, it's like Ultra Boost,
for casual.
NMD,
Yeah, I don't think
that's it.
NMD is
And then
more
Yeezys
casual.
like handle all the hype stuff.
See, I wonder
And
where
there's
the
no collabs on Yeezy. That would be
that's-
an interesting thing.
I don't think. Oh, I don't know, man.
There's no like
If
Yeezy
there is-
collabs.
I don't know. That'd be cool. That'd be
Could be so crazy. Could you imagine like
That would really like.
I'm trying to think of
refreshing
anything, but just
Yeezys.
yeah, I'm trying to think of anything that could go towards Yeezy, make some form of sense too, because like I'm not talking like Adidas has their signature athletes
what'd be
who get
sick?
their signature shoes. What?
All right, so because Drake and Kanye, they stopped their beef.
Did they? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I saw that like Drake performed at Kanye's charity
Yeah,
concert or
yep,
something like that.
yeah.
So they're good now.
Yeah.
I don't like that as much.
What about an OVO Yeezy?
Dude,
That would be
those
it.
two could be the ones to
That
kind
would-
of to kind
yeah.
of bridge that
Yeah,
gap.
but I
I
don't
wonder
think.
what the brands would think about that
Well,
stuff.
I think. Well,
I mean, you gotta market it to where somehow it'll be 50-50, even though I don't know who
Drake
handles.
can't though.
Uh,
Drake signed with Nike.
yeah, right.
Yeah, so like
And
it'd
Kanye's
have to
with
be.
Adidas.
Yeah, so I feel like Nike's got something in their contract where like, hey, we license OVO or something where like you can't. There's
Well, There's like
non-clause
really
or something.
there's like things that like
That'd be sick.
I
Though.
feel like there's a level of status though where it's like Kanye West could probably walk out and whatever, and I don't think Adidas is gonna do anything. You can't
Oh,
'cause
where?
you can't lose him.
Yeah.
yeah, No, you can't. Like Adidas
No.
can't lose Kanye.
No.
Kanye can lose Adidas, guaranteed. Because Adidas only makes money off of Kanye's Yeezy. Kanye makes money off of music. He makes money off of this.
Here's
and
the
that
thing.
And this.
If
and,
all
like,
right, this
Yeezys
is a
are
different.
crazy billion dollar
Right,
stuff.
but
like
if Kanye walks from Yeezy. Side note: if Kanye walks from or Adidas,
What are we even talking about? How did we get here?
we're talking about I guess rappers, but if Kanye West walked from Adidas, I think there would be obviously no more Yeezys. I don't think Kanye would ever be able to build up.
But I don't think he would need to. I think he could go somewhere else and do something because
with shoes.
The thing about Kanye that's super weird is like, or that's super unique is that he's like just so creative.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like he could go back to Nike if he wanted to, and revamp. He could go back to Nike and so much as revamp that Yeezy line, get it going again, retro all the Yeezys, all the.
That's the only place he could go.
It doesn't matter. That's all he does. It's an easy option.
Yeah.
Now that him and Drake are bros, go team up at Nike. That's so
crush.
weird. How did that end? I'm so curious on how that ended because I know that they were dissing each other in their last albums. So I don't know how this.
If Adidas loses Kanye West, that would be the end of Adidas for hype.
I don't know where you gain it back. Like, where's their next thing?
Yeah.
They'd have to just like deep dive into basketball and go for every single prospect ever because they do have.
But that's not even hype though. I mean, they'll be okay
not
with
hype,
that,
but like relevancy ish.
I don't know. You'd be, but like if Kanye West,
you don't want to lose that hype. I mean, it's like Yeezys and Jordans.
Yeah,
like that's the hype. Then you sprinkle in the New Balance, they'll like turn into into New Balance, where New Balance has like the occasional hype
550,
shoe, but like never really anything too crazy. That'd like you got the 990s, you got some of the stuff like that, but Adidas just kind of turns into that instead of like having their own.
They would lose so much.
It's so weird that Yeezys are like a certified hype brand.
Well, it's not really. It's gotten way worse. Like for hype, like Kanye, he's come out and he says he wants Yeezys on every single person's foot. So, and we've seen it. I mean, like resale on Yeezys is slim to none on a majority of.
It's still just as hard to get. I swear.
Oh,
I swear it's just as hard to get.
Yeah, they've made more shoes. It's super hard to get. There's no resale on them on a lot of models. Like, so it's. I mean. If that's what he wants, like I could see it, but yeah, I don't know. It would be crazy if Kanye ever went away from Adidas.
Yeah, because back to Bad Bunny, they have like their collabs. Like Adidas has their collabs. Like you got Bad Bunny, you got Ninja. I guess I include Patrick Mahomes because like you don't have a lot of football guys that I can think of. So Patrick Mahomes does have his own like sneakers release with Adidas.
Right, he's got some trainers.
You got Pharrell Williams, who's like another art.
I thought he was gonna be good, but then like nothing.
Dude, honestly, I really do like his designs, like
his human made,
the human made, the human race, the stuff like that.
There's just nothing behind it.
Really, really cool designs, but I don't know what there's only a very few people that have reached that like top tier status, and you're talking about Michael Jordan. Whenever it comes to shoes, and you're talking about Kanye West. Who else?
Travis Scott.
Who else makes a? But Travis Scott plays off of Jordans. Like I guess he gets a little bit of it whenever you do like the Air Force.
I don't know.
I mean, his Air Forces and Air Maxes.
His Travis Scott.
The Travis Scott has like
he came in and did the backwards swoosh, and everyone flipped out. That was wild. Yeah.
The backwards swoosh really was revolutionary for him because otherwise he'd just be another rapper with
exactly.
A shoe.
But like the way he did that and. Was so crazy because like no one has ever done that before.
He's a good artist, but it kind of blows my mind on what makes him the guy. Like it's got to be some type of like fashion culture type something that I'm just not in touch with.
No, I don't.
That kind of handles
I would love to know if someone knows how these big brands kind of solidify which one they're gonna go behind, especially in that scene.
Like Jack Harlow, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be with New Balance. No, Jack Harlow is with New Balance. Yeah. That could be.
I haven't seen anything.
I know. I thought he had a New Balance like 327 come out. He had a New Balance 327 that was just like his color scheme for it.
Does Harlow have a brand though?
His own brand?
Is it just his name?
Like the baby having like $1 billion baby.
Yeah. Is it gonna be like, or is he gonna do something similar to Travis Scott where it's just Travis Scott X, or is it gonna be like OVO like Drake?
I don't know. I mean, Jack Harlow's like really up and coming. He would be. I don't know who would be next other than him. Like I don't know who would be. But then again, it's like he's not even next. He's already here. Like if he signed with New Balance, he signed with New Balance.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't even know what other rapper or what other artist out there that would really be I know that ASAP Rocky or whatever was with Under Armour. I don't even know, but like that was like such a brief thing
And like
too. It's like
Cardi B went to Skechers.
no, did she went to Skechers now?
I'm pretty sure
She was with Reebok.
Or was she with
She was Reebok or Puma.
Someone's with Skechers, and I
Oh,
was
I don't even know.
shocked. I
I
was
don't know
shocked
who's
who
with
was
Skechers.
Skechers. I was like, what? I was shocked, but
That's so random. But
I don't know. But yeah, I think it's interesting to see what Bad Bunny's gonna do with Adidas. I don't know if he'll ever get up to the status of where like Adidas or where
he
Yeezy
won't.
and Jordan
No.
are.
Not even close.
But
Not even close because we're talking about the harsh reality. When we're talking about Kanye West, who's like an icon. Bad Bunny, in order for that to happen, he's probably that status in some foreign countries. Like they see what he's done and all he's been able to accomplish, like U.S. and stuff like that, and people are gonna really look up to that, but not U.S. citizens as much. I don't feel like they just kind of look more at like
yeah, he's
like
definitely.
how
not-
many you poll the entire United States, and how many of them you think are gonna say they listen to Travis Scott, Kanye West, or Bad Bunny? Bad Bunny's gonna be at the very bottom. Like
Yeah,
only
definitely
a
the
few
three
peop-
out
Yeah,
of
it's
them.
more of a like. I mean, in order for you to reach that, I feel like you got to be just known by everyone
Worldwide.
and really known by some
Well,
people.
what is Beyonce and Adidas, right?
Yeah, they put stuff out every once in a while. Ivy.
Like that I think was huge for Adidas. And it really hasn't
Just tailed
translated well,
off. No.
at least in the shoe scene.
Maybe they
I
just
wanted
make a
I
bunch of
wanted
pairs. Maybe
I wanted
she's,
women
very
to
intent
come in
on-
hard like that.
Who?
Like Beyonce to come in hard and kind of change up the scene with footwear. Because I've seen clothing
Very
and clothing.
few people can do that. Like in the realm.
got,
Well,
like-
you see Billie Eilish is
you
trying
got
to come in.
Billy, no, but I want someone from Adidas.
Oh,
Billy, but like Billy
it's
is
trying to do it in a
great, but
weird way.
her brand's alternative.
Yeah, it's trying to.
So
do it, in
it
a
can
weird
never
way.
be mass popularity because her whole thing is about
To
being
be
the
unpopular.
alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want Beyonce to come out swinging. Cardi B. What's the other one? That's the girl rapper that I actually like.
Nicki Minaj.
Not her.
I like.
She'd
Nicki
be
Minaj.
good.
I like Nicki
She
Minaj.
came out but she retired. She's
Girl
a mom
rapper.
now. What's her name?
You're killing me now, man.
She
Because
just-
I would know. but you gotta give me
Stallion.
some. Oh, Megan the Stallion.
Megan the Stallion. Where is she? Is she Reebok?
I don't know.
I
if
think she
has a
signed
brand.
something.
I don't know if she has a brand. I know that she makes a lot of music. So I mean, definitely probably the three
It's tough.
most prominent producers out there. Or whatever.
I would like to
really
see.
should-
I would like to see a girl do something with Adidas, like good. Like Beyonce has the potential to really do it, but
Adidas needs more of a team effort to kind of keep up with. It's just like it's crazy. Kanye's done a really good job of like creating these different models. He still has new ones coming out. The new ones are, the designs are crazy. They're cool, but
Yeah, they have a
everyone was
good- they
looking
have a
at the
great team.
700s and all the stuff like that, like sideways, like oh that's such a weird looking shoe, but it turns into being nice. I remember the first time I saw the 450s, and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks like a fish's anatomy right here. Then it's like actually a pretty cool look.
Yeah.
The more you see it, it's just one of those weird things.
But moving on, Landon, wrap us up. What do we got for the last article?
All right, last article of the day is going to be Drake acquires a 1-of-1 off-white Nike Air Force One. So Drake has recently sought and acquired a 1-of-1 sample for the off-white Air Force One, complete with the sample stamp at its lining. The pair offers one of the off-white Nike Air Force One's simpler colorways. These are believed to be the rarest iteration ever made. It's likely we'll never see these hit these shelves in capacity. So I know that you almost did a story on these. You actually did bring it up to me first, but what are your thoughts on Drake snagging this incredibly rare shoe? And then, now that it just holds even a deeper meaning still with Virgil Abloh tragically passing away.
Well, I know that I think Drake and Virgil were pretty close.
Were they?
I think so.
I
I
don't-
think
I
there's
don't
been
know much.
I think there's photos circulating where they're together a lot, and I think
Everyone
it's
loved Virgil.
yeah. I didn't see any. He was always in the news in a positive light. Like I don't think I've ever seen him do anything, which is crazy because he was so like designer, and usually people like those designers
Get a lot of hate.
They're snotty,
Oh, yeah,
bratty.
yeah, yeah.
They're like, I'm too good for you. I design only $1,000 shoes, but
A lot of the a
Virgil
lot of
was
the
pretty
same-
humble.
A lot of the same like aura that surrounds Kanye West that you hear people talk about.
Kanye West is just like I talked about this to my girlfriend about this. Like he's like on Mars and everyone else is chilling on Earth still.
So that's the thing. It's like
He's so out there.
but that's what happens is like you start to get the people on Earth that start to look at you as eons and peons. You're like, oh, I'm miles above you and stuff.
Yeah.
like
Oh
that.
yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot of the way that Kyrie kind of talked to the media.
Yeah.
And people don't like that. people do not like that. Like,
No.
if you're the smartest one in the
It's
room, you shouldn't have to
condescending.
say anything about it.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I mean, but like as you're saying, I mean, for a designer or something like that, it is pretty common ground to be a little bit.
Right. So I think,
not wanna say
I mean,
pampered, but like,
yeah, I mean, I think they're just full of themselves. I mean, rightfully so. I mean, if you're designing for the top of the top, the cream
what
of
is
the
that
crop,
much money
like,
supposed to do to you, right? Like, could you imagine, like, you wake up and that money's in your bank account? Who is supposed to tell you anything? Like, that's
Yeah.
kind of a scary mindset to kind of look at. Like, who you wake up and you got 10 million in your bank account? Who are you about to listen to that day? Who's
I mean,
gonna tell you anything at a fast
hopefully,
food restaurant, at a this and that? It's
right.
like it just like
I think it
changes
just
your mindset. It can.
depends on your, yeah. I mean, money can change you for
My
sure.
favorite thing I heard some like talk hosts say this is money doesn't change you, it just amplifies who you are. So
Yeah.
like whatever you are, like if you're kind of a little bit of a snotty person, you get all this money, you're gonna become super 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 snotty. If you're a pretty generous person, you get all this money, you're gonna become a very generous person.
That's
all
very
this
true.
money.
That's a great
So,
saying.
yeah, dude, right? No, so you can take that, keep it
But
in your back pocket.
but focusing back on this Drake article, I think it's a great thing. I think they were pretty close. So I want to know how he got his hands on it. Like, was it offered to him, or did he reach out to Off-White? Or like, I wonder what the
for it.
oh, for sure.
You think so?
Yeah.
You don't think it was like, because I was wondering like if they were super close, it was like maybe like a left in his will type thing, like, hey, these are for you, Drake, if you want these.
No, I think
If you want these, hey, these are for you, take them because I know you want them.
I
But
don't know. I don't think
I
so.
don't know
I
about
think
that.
I think I think
It's
Drake
speculation.
purchased them, but I don't know where he purchased them. I think it's
if
crazy.
you
If you
purchased
guys,
them, it would have had to been from like a individual, like, hey, you
Someone-
can get them for this price.
yeah.
Like not like I don't think it was an auction because that would have been
No,
known.
no,
Like,
it's
hey,
private
these are
sale.
up for auction.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like, hey, do you want them? We'll offer them to you for
For
six
this
figs.
amount.
Yeah.
Right.
I think uh, it's cool that Drake got him. I think if you haven't seen him before, I think it would have been one of the best colorways out there if it ever came out. It was
Like white.
it was a simple Air Force One triple white, but with instead of the white swoosh, it was the we don't have the Off-White with us,
it's
but
over there.
it's the silver sparkle silver, and it was really pretty. It would have probably been one of the best shoes out there, especially for the Air Force One. But it's cool that Drake has it. I mean, I don't think he's ever gonna sell it anytime
Can you
soon.
imagine having that type of a rare?
Do you think he's gonna
commodity?
wear it?
Depends on what size it is. First off, if it's a one of one,
That's true.
it's got to be a size. Maybe that's why he bought it. Maybe that's why they offered it to him.
It's in a
But
size.
when do you wear that? Gosh dang.
You wear that too as like award shows for sure.
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy.
That'd be awesome to see. I'd love to see it on in hand. But
I love the off-white Air Force One. It's definitely a cool design.
I know it's still tragic what happened to
I know,
Virgil.
man. He has so much life left.
No one
So much
saw
life to
this
live.
coming.
It's really unfortunate, especially just how he was kind of involved with Nike, with Louis Vuitton, just like he had his foot in a few different baskets
Yeah.
and was making them all good. He was even gonna bring the Louis Vuitton and Nike together.
Oh,
So.
it was crazy. I honestly I don't know if he's at any impact with that, where I think he might have had some leverage in there, because I knew Virgil was with Nike. Then Virgil went and signed with not signed, but became really involved with Louis Vuitton, and then Louis Vuitton now have a collab on the Air Forces. So I wonder if he brought them together and made that happen, because if so, like, I mean, he's changed the game, because now Gucci, all these big companies are like wanting to collab on footwear, and hopefully he was the one behind it.
Speaking of like just now that we're talking about Virgil and just talking about collabs again, it just brings me back to something that we should have used with Adidas. You want to know who has some ground that really could have taken or done some more stuff with it? Is Sean Wotherspoon. There's been some really cool Wotherspoon Adidas collabs. Been some really really cool Wotherspoon Nike collabs, but I feel like the Superstar, like the Super Earth like ZX, whatever it was
too
okay.
out there.
It was a little too out there with the stuff coming off of it, but that's another person that had
Sean
a lot. That has some really
Witherspoon,
cool creative stuff.
I think what happened to him is, I think he's a dad now, so I think his priorities changed.
I have no idea about his personal life.
I think I follow him on Instagram.
But I'm like, I have no idea what that guy is up to.
I think his priorities changed. Number two, I think he stayed independent, so he could go to either or.
Because he went with Nike. He went with.
But I think, with that being said, I think that didn't give him enough leverage to do what he really wanted to do. Like, there's no new model coming out with the Sean Witherspoon. Like, I think he'll always be hopping back and forth. and I think that's it. Like,
I saw what makes me really remember is I saw someone wearing the Air Max 97 Sean Witherspoon
Yeah,
the other day.
yeah.
Whenever I was in Orlando, and I was like, dude, that was my grail at one point. It
It's a
probably still kind
pretty
of is.
shoe.
Like it's loosely like one of my favorite shoes of all time.
Super
that shoe
nice.
is amazing.
But
It's
now
so
you
good.
got the.
I almost got the fake pair.
Oh,
Whenever I was buying fake shoes off the H-Gate, I was like, I'm just gonna get a fake pair, but I didn't do it. I don't buy
That's
fakes
good.
anymore. So, but that's actually going to wrap up this episode for Laced Up. Thank you guys for watching this episode. But until next time, peace.